the updated 2024 Honda Passport now includes this black edition trim, which I know isn't black, but it does include several black accents spread throughout and lots of top trim luxuries otherwise. Let's take a closer look. Looking at the car from the front, you can see right away that we've got a black grille, but I did mention several black accents for the black edition, so why don't I go ahead and show you those right now. Black grille, dark headlight trim, black side trim, black window trim, black fog light accents, and of course, Passport and black edition all-wheel drive are in black. And we do also have this black edition logo right up front as well. This is an updated Passport for the 2022 model year in general in terms of what came forward of the A-pillars. So that look is largely the same since the 2022 model year. And it, is a good solid look. It has a nice, strong, straight appearance. You get to the front of the car and whoop, go straight down. You have a nice vertical grille with these several horizontal slots built in. You have this nice lower grille with a bit of like ruggedness built into it with these different compound shapes to it, as well as these fog lights tucked in way off to the side. And yes, this is a functional air curtain. This does channel right to the front wheel well to let air pass through and help avoid a high pressure zone. We also have these interesting looking headlights right here that has this daytime running light that kind of goes around this black piece right here, and then the main beams below that. And the hood itself has this interesting cut into it right here and a nice bulge in the center. But despite all of that, I'm still much more curious to see what's underneath it. And there you have it, a 3.5 liter V6 transversely mounted or side to side like that. It is covered by this big fat black plastic Honda shroud right here, but it generally looks fine. I do like that it is noticeably tucked low in the engine compartment. That's nice to see to help keep the center of gravity down. The center line of the front axle is right around where this molding is right here, so much of the V6 is actually ahead of that center line, so that isn't going to be great for weight distribution. But in an SUV like this, I'm not hugely concerned about polar moment of inertia, so it's not the biggest foul you can have. Also, we do have standard all-wheel drive, so that does help distribute some of the weight a bit as well. And finally, windshield washer fluid is real easy to see, really easy to get to right here. Oh, and it was full too. Looking at the car in profile, you get a better look of the Radiant Red Metallic 2 paint, which is a $455 optional color. The only standard color for the black edition is indeed black, and it is actually called Crystal Black Pearl. There are 4 colors offered in total, so the other 2 colors are also a $455 option, and they are Platinum White Pearl and Sonic Gray Pearl. Regardless of what paint color you get, you do still get these several black accents that I showed you already, and I think it's nice to have that contrast. I do like the gloss black of the Sideview mirror covers and the roof rack right here. I think that's a nice touch, and I do think the black wheels look nice as well. Fits nicely with this lower black trim. And I do like that they kind of cut in these fender flares in both the front and the back. That's a nice subtle touch that I appreciate. And we have this character line that kind of forms from the top of the fender flare, runs right through the door handles, straight to the back to the taillights. Yeah, those are nice little touches. And generally, I think that this is a perfectly reasonable shape for a bigger 2-row SUV. I will go ahead and put the dimensions up on the screen so you can check those out and let you know that I have a lot more information in the description. 20-inch wheels do come standard on the Passport now, but not these black 20-inch wheels. These are for the black edition. And the Trail Sport edition gets 18-inch wheels, which gives it nice thick sidewalls for those all-terrain tires to work. And yes, this is a square setup. The wheels in back are the same size as the wheels in front. Looking at the car from the back, pretty straightforward design here. I do like this black horizontal bar that cuts right across the tailgate here. And I think generally it's a nice, clean enough look, tastefully sized roof mounted spoiler, and nothing too overwrought or over aggressive in terms of styling here. Just a bit of texture on the lower bumper. And yes, we do have dual exhaust tips, and they are a bit, you know, flashy maybe, but they are also real. So I will definitely allow it. It is nice that we have nice chrome that isn't fake as part of the exhaust. And I can tell you right now, it's also quite spacious inside. You can, of course, release the tailgate with the key fob, and every 2024 Passport has a power tailgate, but only the Black Edition has a hands-free tailgate. And once it opens, it reveals 41 cubic feet of storage behind the second row, and it is a nice wide amount of storage right there. You do also get this 12-volt power outlet right here, and a couple of hooks right towards the back as well, and more down low. You also do have some underfloor storage right here, kind of a tub of sorts, and it's about, I don't know, 8 inches deep. Pretty darn decent and easy to get to. And if you need more than 41 cubic feet of storage and only need to carry one passenger, that is extremely easy to do. Couple pushes of a button, and the second row folds nice and flat for you and reveals 78 cubic feet of storage. And again, nice and wide, nice and flat, very usable space. And I think plenty of room for my bike, but let's find out. Oh yeah, it's a bit of a high loading floor, but all the width you have, and you have a decent amount of height as well, that makes it super easy to get a bike in there. Obviously, it fits with lots of room to spare. I recently said that the Volkswagen Atlas Crossport was the easiest SUV to put my bike into. This is close. All right, let's take a look inside. All right, I left one of the rear seats down so you could see how easy it was to put back up. There's no lock or anything like that, just put it back up. Also, the seat on the far side there, that's in the more reclined position. There are two positions, more upright, more reclined. By the way, the only interior color for the Black Edition Passport is black. Because this is a bigger two-row SUV, I do have plenty of legroom, and I have a good 2 or 3 inches of knee room, and the seat bottoms are reasonably high, so I have decent thigh support. So add that up, I definitely have less than a 90-degree bend in my knees. Also, because this is a Black Edition, I have heated rear seats for the 2 outbound passengers. I also have controls for the 3-zone climate control system. It is a 3-zone climate control system as standard, but having your own controls for the second row, that's unique to the Black Edition. I also have 2 USB Type-C ports and an AC outlet right here. I also have manual sunshades. How about that? And Honda wants you to stay well hydrated in the Passport, because check it out. I have 2 cup holders right in the door built in. I also have this nice little tray right here, and I still have a center armrest with cup holders. So yeah, drinks aplenty in the back seat of the Passport. Pretty typical stuff on the door we have right here. We also have 2-position seat memory. We also have the fuel door and a tailgate release right here. But check this out. We also have another storage tray right there, another one right there, and then a typical map pocket down there. Because this is a Black Edition, it will say Black Edition on your floor mats right there, and Black Edition embossed into the seat backs right there as well. Now, every Passport gets leather seating, but the Black Edition gets perforated leather seating with red accents. You'll also see red contrast stitching, and in the dark at least, red accent lighting. We do actually have several controls to the left of the steering wheel, including our side view mirror adjustment right here, our Econ driving mode, and some other stuff down here, including traction control off. We do have a manual park brake right here. That is a throwback, isn't it? We do also, of course, have power seats, including lumbar adjust right here. Even the top trim Honda Passport still has some real gauges as part of the instrument cluster, fuel level, and coolant temperature right over there. But you do have a screen in the center. The steering wheel itself is a reasonably thick rim and has several controls on it, a lot of media stuff to the left, and cruise control options to the right. Push button starts right here. There is the instrument cluster lit up, and right next to it is your 8-inch center console touchscreen, which, let's be honest, is a bit small these days. Does come standard with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but it is a wired system. Beneath that, we do have the first 2 zones of our 3-zone climate control system. And while heated seats are standard on all Passports, because this is a black edition, I get heated and ventilated seats for both front passengers and a heated steering wheel too. One of the updates for the 2024 Passport is this center console layout here. It is wider than before, and it includes more space, and it does come standard with a wireless smartphone charger. You also have this nice tray right here. You have your push button prindle beneath that, and 2 big and deep cup holders right there. And beneath that, we do have nice and deep storage right there. Looking up, we do get a standard sunglasses holder that does include a nice little mirror right there. Hello. And we have this moonroof, which is also standard. The controls are right here, but this privacy panel is manually operated, which is lovely. Because this is a black edition, we do get a premium sound system, so you'll have more speakers and more wattage. And we do also have acoustic privacy glass. It's standard to have acoustic glass for the windshield, but the black edition is the only trim that gets the acoustic glass for the front side doors as well. And yes, we do have drive modes. You select them right here. You get normal, snow, mud, and sand drive modes. But you also get the Econ mode right here, which can be used in all those different drive modes. And you do also have a sport mode, sort of, because you have D or S on your prindle right here, so you can have sport shifting if you put it in S. Well, there you have it, the updated 2024 Honda Passport Black Edition. I'm Robin Warner. Thank you very much for watching.